That's not too bad. That's not terrible. Can you position this so it's a little... so you can get down there even better? Yeah, you can. Hold on, we can line this up. We can get really close here, actually. Now, correcting our momentum. Oh god, did it die? Did we die? It looks live to me. Hold on. The technical issues. The technical issues. Oh no, they strike again. What happened? Stream disconnected. Attempting to reconnect, it said. It looks like we successfully reconnected. Unstable. Ugh. 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 Let's take a look at this. Let's see. I mean, it looks like the reconnection worked. It's not a new stream. And it looks like we're back. So that looks fine, actually. That'll be fine. These things happen occasionally. I'm probably gonna set up this rendezvous and maybe call it if we're having technical issues, but I do want to get this done at least. This is exciting to me. Finding this maneuver here is cool. So like our velocity, relatively speaking, is gonna be not as bad as I thought, actually. That's not terrible, frankly speaking. Like something around there. That does not look bad to me. Can you pull it in a little bit, maybe? Or this way? It's gonna be close. But from there... better and better. Okay, now you're kind of messing it up. Sorry, I'm just doing a lot of fiddling and fine-tuning with this. Like, this is potentially really good. Right in there, I think, is your sweet spot. Yeah, right in here. You're like on target basically as much as you can. You're gonna get really, really close. And then you're probably gonna have to do like a big correction burn in here, right? Like a huge correction burn. That already is helping a lot. Do you want to throw, like, mix anything else in? That gets you, like, within 1 kilometer, and then you've just got to find a way to kill your relative speed. That's going to be an issue. Probably try and kill your relative speed first. I mean, not completely, but like, partly at least. fix this. Right? Fix this, like, angle. That I think is your #1 priority. That's an improvement. 0.3 degrees is better than what it was by a lot. By quite a lot, actually. That puts you pretty close. And can you try and slow down, maybe? Maybe not that much. This is just a mess of lines. But it's not bad. It's not terrible. .9. Okay, that's not having too much impact now. It helps. It helps. We'll fiddle with it in a moment. I need to get some of these lines out of here. Take off your SAS, and I think that we can... I don't know exactly where the next maneuver is gonna be, so let's warp forward and give ourselves a few minutes to find it. I've got high hopes, though. Let's go find this maneuver node. Now, this isn't going to be exact, but, you know, so long as I can kind of keep track of the thing. Like if I'm in its general neighborhood. Cool. Now all we need to do is get Jeb trained up to the point where we can lock onto maneuvers, and that'll that'll help a lot. Cool. We look more or less steady. Let's make an attempt here. If this works, this is going to be a way cleaner rendezvous than we did the last time. Alright. 10 seconds out from the node. We do need to be pretty precise here. Let's go now. Other way. Just a little bit of fiddling. Cool. Supposedly that looks good. And it does. That looks like it worked pretty much as intended. Cool. So now... our relative speed is pretty good. It's just our separation that's going to be a problem when we do this next burn. It's gonna get us pretty darn close. Let's focus on getting... oh, I think I see it. Hold on. I think I see a way. Ugh, come on, camera. Focus view on the mun. That's gonna be easier. Those are not bad numbers. Like, there's a way to make this happen. What is it? We'll find out together. That could be it right there, honestly. Too far. And there you are. You are under 1K, only 24.1 meter per second difference in relative speed. When you get close, you plan another maneuver to correct that. That's going to be partly done in fixing your angle. Something like this. Line up those periapses and your apoapsis more or less. And you're looking pretty good here, honestly, folks. That's not bad. You do that just like this, and I think you're good. I mean, that is just such a minor difference. There's going to be some small drift. You can correct for that manually. But that's basically it. Cool. Just a couple more burns to go then. Nice. It feels good having this planned out in advance. It feels way less hectic than the other one that we did. Let's go ahead and... it won't let me auto warp, it looks like, so let's go like so. We can focus back on ourselves, probably. How do I unfocus my view? I don't know. Well, looks like we're stuck staring at the mun. That's okay. That'll be fine. It's more consistent anyways. Just don't screw this up. You only get one bird window for this, and you miss it completely. We've got a few minutes. Now let's go find our node. And here we go. Alright. This may shift a little bit, but we'll correct for it. So let that settle. Getting so close. Node in 1 minute, 30 seconds. One minute. Can I bring this up just a little bit more so we're that a little bit more accurate? I feel like it's gonna matter. This is a precision maneuver. I just heard a car outside and it spooked me. I was like, what? What is that sound? What's happening to our rocket? Under 30 seconds. 20. Kill time warp. Let's try it. little bit. Ta-da! Alright. I mean, that looks perfect. That looks so good. Alright. Next node. We've almost done it. Doing this basically entirely from the map screen. Not that we'd be able to see the other craft, probably, at this point. Especially against the backdrop of space. Like, where would they be relative to us? Like, down and out? Like, space is big. I don't think we're gonna spot them. Can you see the M-cope that we're trying to rendezvous with? Because I sure can't. I certainly cannot. Maybe if we get to within... Ooh, be careful there. Keep a careful eye on that node. 2 minutes out, I'm gonna go find this node. You know, for me titling this stream the Minmus Project, we're spending an awful lot of time around the Mun. I was expecting our missions to be more Minimus-centric at this point, rather than us having to come back here. Hold on. Oh. We did it. Never mind, we're done apparently. What? Apparently this counts. Where are they? Supposedly that means that they are in visual range of us now. Probably not. No. No, we're so close. I'm completing this. I'm completing this burn, even if it's unnecessary. Just for the satisfaction of pulling off the rendezvous. Apparently we're close enough. And our relative velocities are near enough to each other that this just works. As a wise man once said, all of this just works. This is a very small burn. Just very carefully tap it in. There you go. Perfect. And that's even better than we planned for. So 0.5 kilometers separation, almost no difference in relative speed, just a little bit of deviation here and there. I mean, without docking, like that's basically as good as it gets. We are now holding a stable position with this other rocket somewhere. Not that I could tell you where exactly it is. I have no clue, but let's do some science while we're here. Let's see, some material studies. I think we have some goo to do, maybe. Yeah, a little bit of goo. We probably didn't need to bring the temperature things, but whatever. So it goes. That's awesome. Great. Yeah, I mean, it's a 1 meter per second difference from our target. I mean, that counts, for sure. That makes perfect sense. I just don't get where they are. I wish I had, like, a little highlighter that, like, showed me them. Because space is so big. Where are they? Like, we could probably, like, pixel hunt for them. Like, especially if we look at the map, like, what is their relative position to me? Like, we're the heavy launch system. We're in the blue. They're below me. And I believe they're on the inner track towards the Mun, right? They're below me a little bit. Or are they on the outer track? There's nowhere we're gonna spot them. Why am I even bothering? We could be going home right now. No clue. No clue. As it turns out, it's hard to spot things in space. It's very dark out here, and the distances are vast. That's fine, though. Let's go home. I'm ready to leave. We should plot our escape maneuver. So that we get dumped out here properly. Not like that. Do we have to go... Ooh, that's pretty good. So we have to make it so it drops us off behind. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Cool. So when we reach approximately our... Oh, stop fiddling it with it. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Stop fiddling with it. When we reach that maneuver node, we will be doing a burn like so. I also need to get rid of my targeting. Or just go to orbital speed, frankly. That'll do too. Alright, time warp complete. This is going to be a pro-grade burn. And we're going home. Good. It's been a pretty nice, chill day of Kerbal Space Program. I can't complain. Alright, we're going to be lined up here in a little bit. Let's go. Ta-da! Does that look right? That looks great. Love it. Excellent. So, off we go once more. Let's switch our focus to, like, Kerbal then, because I don't know how to get it back on our ship. Or will it automatically unswitch if I'm no longer orbiting the Mun? We're gonna find out. We're gonna experiment. No. No, it does not. Here, we'll focus on Kerbal. And we're gonna drop down to our periapsis. It's gonna go great. I love our growing debris cloud. I'm so proud of it. Some of that stuff probably should be burning up. I may delete it at some point, but for now it's just very funny to watch. No, you're gonna go for a retrograde burn, not prograde anymore. And we're 3 minutes out from the periapsis, so that'll be just fine. And this should be pretty straightforward. Not expecting any big issues here. We might try and collect some temperature and barometric data on our way down. I'm not quite sure how comprehensive our coverage of Kerbal for those scans is yet. So let's go ahead, warp forward a minute. Then I'll do the rest manually. Alright, T-minus 30 seconds. Oh, hello, Zach. Hello. Somebody hungry? Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Alright, let's bring this in. You could probably slow down that burn a little bit, honestly. But welcome, welcome. We're just wrapping up an operation to rendezvous around the Mun. We actually, we pulled it off with flying colors. I'm very proud of us. It went well. I am now. Hey, you know, you're making me hungry too at this point. Looks like we're going to be contributing to Kessler Syndrome once more. Here's my donation, Mr. Kessler. There you go. One giant fuel tank and engine assembly coming right up. Noms, trippy, relaxing music, and fancy visuals. Oh, that sounds like a great time. I love that for ya. Come on, activate the stage. Do it. Sounds like a good time to me, is all I can say. So this is a much smaller engine. That's okay. That's intentional. We don't need to do super fast burns outside of the gravity well. Slow down. Okay, good. Not quite getting into the atmosphere yet. We're going to use the rest of our fuel to burn off our speed, and we're going to re-enter. And that'll be a part of our mission done. Close these doors. That feels hazardous to me. Yeah, we're still high over Kerbal. So let's go around here now. And here we are. We flip back around, and let's see, we're 30 seconds away. Do I need? I definitely don't, but I need to make sure. Yeah. Space near Kerbal. Yep, we already have the reports. Oh. Alright, that works. Let's begin our burn. This is going to be our re-entry attempt. And I'm not expecting any huge problems, really. Just going to burn off as much of this momentum as possible. Nothing too crazy, really. So that we drop right in. Looks good. Looks good. Set it to surface. That should be the proper angle for our re-entry here. And then Jeb is just going to guide us in the rest of the way. Pretty easy stuff. That looks like a decent angle. Looks like we might... We're probably going to end up dropping in the ocean somewhere again. That's to be expected at this point. Even though we definitely already... Ooh. We don't actually have the atmospheric pressure scan from the upper atmosphere. What about this? Okay, we do have the temperature one. So that helps. That helps. Yeah, a little bit more science collected. Good stuff. And hey, finally we're doing something today that... no, never mind. Here comes the dark side. I was gonna say we might actually do a landing or some kind of burn or anything that's not actually on the dark side of the celestial body we're operating around. But no. No, here comes the night again. Looks like it's gonna be like dusk when we arrive. Here we come. I'm gonna mute for a second, drink some more coffee while this happens. I don't have much more to comment on. Now that's one fine there grilled up Kerbal, if I do say so myself. Oh, I see some of our other material re-entering behind us back there. Let's just hope it doesn't catch up. That is a possibility, but our angles should be different. There should be minimal chance of a mid-air collision. It doesn't have, like, the flat side that we do, so it'll penetrate the atmosphere way faster. But it should be okay. I thought you talked about drinking less coffee a few streams ago. Did I? Well, maybe less coffee late in the day. I have not been awake very long. I must admit. Oh, here's something. Can we get this contract done? No, we're too heavy. Deploy the chute. Don't do anything stupid. We're just a little too heavy. We're not gonna quite naturally drop to the proper speed. I don't know. I mean, I think one of the problems is often when I'm streaming, I'll have like a cup of coffee with me, and I'll be so busy talking that I won't ever actually finish it until later in the day. That might have been what I was talking about, because that maybe isn't such a great idea on my part. Might be wrong. I only know we talked about coffee and tea. Maybe. I know that I once told Skeleton that I was a supporter of coffee at all times of day, which is an exaggeration, to be very clear. But, oh, this looks good. Can we get a temperature log? We can. Very cool. Crew report. Don't need one. EVA. Very cool. But today, I mean, you know, I've almost got mostly to the end of it. In fact, to help with that, I'm going to take another drink of it. But today, my poor excuse is that I have not actually been awake that terribly long. I have ruined my sleep schedule. I was very poorly behaved last night. It was real gremlin hours. So, happens to the best of us. I guess, maybe. It's a little embarrassing, honestly, but so it goes. We've got the project for, the project for this weekend is to try desperately to fix the sleep schedule. True, especially with weather changes and allergies, yeah. I mean, the weather definitely hasn't been helping. I just sleep when it rains in storms. They knock me out. They're so comfortable. And there definitely have been days this week where we had the big storm and stuff where I got up. I actually got out of bed, went and did things, sat down and listened to the rain for a few minutes, and took a nap. Which is very unusual for me. I don't really take naps, so that definitely didn't help. That set me up for failure for sure. Let's hope this touchdown here goes smoothly. Water scares me. in this game and in real life. But it looks like we're okay. Alright, that's not so bad. We already got all that filled out. Do we need a crew report? We do, apparently. Let's go home. But and I will admit, what really got me... Scarlet's super weakness, the sound of rain or thunder. It is. It is. Perhaps my greater weakness, though, which has been being exploited consistently the past couple weeks, which is really what's degraded my sleep schedule so much. Believe it or not, Zach, we used to start stream, like, consistently, like, at 2 p.m. Like, on the minute. Like, I felt bad about, like, being, like, 5 minutes late. This is not normal. This is not what I want to be the norm. It's just, I've also been spending a lot of time staying up late talking to someone, so she's been a bad influence on me. I don't believe you. It's true, though. It's true. So that's gonna be the greatest challenge of this weekend. Stream freezing for me at random, so sorry if I missed something. Oh no, it's okay. That may be... let me check if that's me. That could also just be Kerbal Space Program being funky, as it does. Yeah, no, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. If you need me to repeat anything, you just let me know, though. I do not mind in the slightest. That's a good all of science, though. Goodness. Though that material study got us a lot. We recently unlocked the Science Junior in the campaign, and it just has so much value if you can get it somewhere and actually do the research, so that's really cool. Landed reasonably close to the Space Center, and that's part of our mission complete. Okay, this is the next thing. This is our next thing. We'd like you to go to Minmus and stay there in a nice stable orbit. They want us to orbit Minmus. That's easy. We can do that. We can absolutely do that. That's not a problem. So let's grab that contract while we're here. But that is not the next thing we're gonna do. We've got to get the cope back. We left the cope there. We need to go get it. Don't track the debris. So getting back with that other ship was pretty easy. This is gonna be a little bit more violent. So wish them luck, Valentina and our tourist Hadbart, who helped pay for this whole operation. Let's see, I think we need to get to the periapsis and just accelerate out. I've budgeted it already, so I think I can eyeball it. And about what can you expect? About 2 million at this point? That's fine. That's okay. That's tolerable. So let's go to our periapsis. So part of the reason this is going to be a bit messy is we don't actually have very much fuel left to make this happen. We're going to be cutting it really, really close, actually. But that's okay. All in the name of affordability, right? We build the cheapest rocket possible for the job. And this one is just barely capable of getting the job done. So let's go prograde. So the plan here is you're going to accelerate out of orbit of the Mun like this. It's going to throw you kind of back into Kerbin, and then when Kerbin catches you, you're going to have a pretty low periapsis, around 2 million Around 2 million meters, right? Which is pretty high. But for a Mun return, that's not too bad. Probably. I hope. Let's see, we're approaching the periapsis. We want to get a little bit closer. Around 20-second mark should be okay. And that should work. Cool. Now that cost us about 1/4 of our fuel. Don't panic. It's only going to take every drop to get home. Well, maybe not every drop. Pretty close, though. So you're going to drop that periapsis down into the atmosphere. There's not a whole lot fancy we can do here. We're just going to have to aero brake. Again, you can probably eyeball that. Just want to check my fuel budgeting. So we're expecting to spend a little under 200 delta V in order to get into the atmosphere. And that should be survivable. Maybe. Maybe. Ever so slightly. Warp. It looks like we're gonna have to come back around on this. Don't mind as it hangs. It gets very mad when it has to recalculate where we are. Cool. And we're gonna spend a day going all the way around. 3 hours, that sounds about right. A little closer, if you'd be so kind. We're still 20 minutes out. Can you get even closer? You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Let's keep bringing it in. Let's go retrograde while we got the opportunity. We're still almost 7 minutes out. And we're just gonna eyeball this. This is not a fancy maneuver. There we are. Just looking at these numbers down here, and then we're gonna drop our periapsis, so now I'm just looking at this number mostly. We want to be very precise. Don't want to go too deep in the atmosphere, don't want to go too shallow. Like around, yep, right around here should be okay. Maybe a little deeper. That might be a little deep. It'll be okay. 38 may be a little bit far. Do you want to correct that? It'll be fine. You've got a heat shield. Don't worry about it. Don't be a wuss. I say as I click the prograde button. Being a wuss. I just don't want to bounce off the atmosphere is all. No. Just go retrograde and it's going to be okay. And we don't have to worry about it. It's fine. It's fine, everybody. It's okay. Don't panic. There's no reason to be afraid. This can only end well. We know that we can survive a high apoapsis like this, and we've got a little bit of fuel to burn off to help make sure that this happens smoothly. So, we've got a full heat shield. So long as we don't bounce off the atmosphere, we should be a-okay. So go retrograde now. You're not ready to burn, but you're getting close, so you want to line it up. How are we doing? I think I'm gonna dump the rest of our fuel the moment we hit the atmosphere, is my plan. We hit the atmosphere, we dump the rest of our fuel, and we go in. A little bit of a correction. And are we good? We're good. Do it. Not a very large burn, but every little bit helps. Set us to surface speed so we keep the right angle. And look at them go. Heck, they're heating up even this high in the atmosphere. I guess that makes sense. That's still a very high apoapsis. Surface speed is extremely high. Let's burn off most of our ablative now. And let's hope we did this right. Valentina, good luck. Hadbart, thanks for the cash. We appreciate it. Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever seen a heat shield get, like, to this level of heat before. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, stop. Wait, hold on. Wait. We die if that blows up. If the heat shield overheats, we're dead. It looks like it's... is that a wobble? Oh no, I'm scared. I don't like this. Apoapsis is dropping fast. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, we're dropping speed quickly. We're not burning ablative nearly as quickly. That was a little dicey, actually. I'm glad that we had the extra fuel. That could have been bad. We don't usually go this deep for these re-entries, which is probably where the problem came in. So, yeah, Zach, that's about how I feel. That's basically how I felt about that. On the bright side, looks like we're going back to KSP. We're pretty darn close to it anyhow. Alright, I think we're good. I can calm down. Crisis averted. I mean, I didn't do anything, but crisis averted nonetheless. Crisis did not actually come to fruition. Alright. Good. We're not dropping very fast at all. We're just burning off that sideways momentum. That's perfect. That's all you need. And the further we go this way, the closer we are to the Space Center, which means the more money we save. Which is, I mean, it's a little bit, but it adds up, right? So that helps. Every cent matters here. Especially on this difficulty. Looking good. I think we've burnt off, if I'm reading my periapsis correctly, I think we've burnt off almost all of our sideways momentum. We should start seeing ourselves angle in. Yeah, just like this. Just like this. So we're probably going to come down somewhere around here. maybe even closer. Hey, not even half the ablative burnt off. That's pretty good. It's a charred wreck, but that's pretty good. What was that sound I just heard? Probably nothing. Probably nothing. Just the wind. Sound like a... let's see if we can get this contract done this time, actually. So, altitude is correct. You want your airspeed to drop down more? I don't know... Nah, it does not look like we're gonna get it. Oh, shoot. We're too heavy. We're too heavy for this test. We're not gonna get our airspeed down naturally within that window. A shame. A shame. Good. That's set properly. Kill the SAS so it doesn't freak out when the parachute goes off. And we look good. There we are. Cool, cool, cool. Let's bring her in. I heard like this... I don't know. Like this little plonk sound, like behind me. But it... I don't know what that could have been. It didn't sound like hostile. You know? So I don't know. Maybe it was just like the water heater doing something. I don't know. So, it must have just been the wind, right? Alright, let's hope this goes smooth. Looks good. And you can just bring that vessel in. You should go check that out. Maybe. I just don't even know where it would have come from, is the thing. Maybe I stand up and go see real quick. Yeah, let me stand up actually. Gosh, Zach, you're making me paranoid. I'm gonna go just check and see that nobody's broken into my house somehow by making a weird plonk sound. And if the house is not broken into or on fire, I'll be like right back. Nope, looks good. I'm not dead. Just do a quick walk around the hole and make sure there's nothing sus. Yeah. I mean, that's the responsible thing to do. Like, if it had been a different sound, like, I've done before, like, during stream where I've heard, like, the neighbor's door opening, and, like, I've gone to go make sure that it wasn't my door or something. It was just such a strange, non-threatening sound. Oh, you know what it probably was, actually? Thinking about it, you know what that sound probably was? I think my downstairs neighbor plays instruments, because occasionally I hear that kind of stuff. It could have been like a drum or something. Or like drumsticks against each other. It had the right pitch. Maybe that was what it was. Like, he's usually pretty quiet. You know, at most what I hear is like, sometimes late at night, you know, I get like the free serenading of what sounds like a violin. And I'm not gonna complain. I don't complain at all about that. That's fun. Alright, contract complete. Hadbart is happy. And now what are we up to? Science data from space around Kerbal. That's really easy money. So go ahead and take that while you've got that available. But at least you know it wasn't anything malicious. Better safe than sorry. The goal is to be at peace. Yes, that is very true, Zach. That is very, very true. You know, if it was something bad and I didn't go check it out, that could be troublesome. Speaking of sounds in the background, by the way, Kit is gonna be back this weekend. I don't know if you've ever, because Kit's been gone for like a month, so I don't know if you've ever gotten to listen to the joys of my roommate Zach. But Kit is my best friend and roommate. Also streams. We may end up relinking his channel. I haven't gotten the chance to talk to him about stuff there, but that's a whole extra thing. No, I'm too new. Well, you'll get to experience it. We often like to try and guess what game he's playing, because unlike me, like, I know I say this, I'm gonna say this, and I know that I'm, you know, on this channel, I'm the streamer, so I'm talking constantly, but I'm not very loud, right? Like, call me crazy, but I don't think I'm too terribly loud. He can be a bit excitable. So I'm looking forward to him being home. I've missed him. But also, I'm looking forward to having a reoccurring random guest for the stream. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've always been pretty soft-spoken. Yin and yang. No, that's so true. That's so true, actually. I mean, really, we are. We are, rather different. But, okay, I think we can do this with this rocket, can't we? What is our goal? At orbit Minmus, go on a spacewalk and come home. Easy. Easy. We're just launching this. This is all we have to send. Now there's a question. This could be a pretty good opportunity to get some training done on Valentina. And I think I would like to do that. So Valentina can pilot this mission. Get some more XP on them. Because Jeb did the last flyby. Right? Jeb did the last flyby. We can give the orbit to Valentina. And then, I don't know, we'll figure something else out. That'll be fine. No changes to the rocket. Again, we know that this system is rated to go to the Mun and Minimus, and though it's built for, like, flybys, it says in the name, it has plenty of fuel to do an orbit. We figured this out last time, so I guess I'll just go ahead and launch it, right? Right? I don't think I need to make any changes. You know what I am gonna do, actually? You know what I am gonna do? I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go run to the restroom real quick, and then we're gonna launch this mission. So I'm gonna put you on over to the be right back screen just for a second, because that feels professional of me to do. And let's see, yes, be right back. And I will be right back. hello, I do return. Alrighty. Let's pull this back up over here. Get this sorted out. Oh, thank you so much for tuning in, Zach. I hope that you have a lovely night. Let's see. I do think this is probably going to be our last mission for today. I've got a bit of a journey planned, actually. I've got a prescription to go pick up from the pharmacy after this. It'll be nice and dark, it'll be a nice night walk. I think that'll be a good time. So, let's go ahead and get this mission out of the way. This should not be terribly difficult. I don't think it's going to be a super long one, either. Although maybe... Ooh, you know what I want to try? Last time it was accidental. But maybe we see... if we can figure out how to do, like, those Mun gravity assists more consistently. Because that felt really, really good to do last time. Let's also figure out maybe if it's actually fuel efficient, but it feels like it should be. We'll find out. So let's get started. Hey, a daytime launch too. That is not too bad. Let him go prograde a little bit. Angle in the proper direction, maybe. We are tipping quickly. That scares me a little bit. That's spooky. I don't like it. Valentina, hold us steady. I'm scared. Oh, did the stream just decide to die? Hold on. Is it working? It might be. I don't know why it's been finicky today. No, that looks good. I've just got a delay. I think I was just looking at it with the loading screen. Pull back. Nope, this isn't working. If we can burn off and drop these solid fuel boosters, I think we can get out of this. But this is not how you want to turn. I mean, kind of it's working, but I am, like, fighting it. Come on. It's not a full spin out. Like, we could make this happen. Come on, just get ready to ditch the solid fuel. And pull up. Okay. Well, note to self, don't try to burn with those things. Not a good idea, actually. We are rising towards our apoapsis. Once we get past it, I'll use my remaining fuel to burn down, and I think we can safely abort this mission. Hey, maybe we can do the parachute test. A very, very expensive parachute test, but you know how it goes. Goodness gracious. Hey, at least you're alive, Valentina. We learned something today. We learned something today about the heavy launch system. It does not like to turn while it's in its solid fuel stage. I wonder why that is, though. Alright. You've got some ways to go, so... And this is a pretty weak engine. It's not really built for atmospheric work. So let's use this to drop us to the proper speed. And we'll get ready to do our parachute test. So you could really burn a lot more than that, can't you? So I'm gonna get us down to the lower end of this speed. Kill the engine, because the engine will keep firing if I eject it at this point. Let's get to the lower end of the speed, kill the engine, or let it run out of fuel probably, and we'll use the parachute. Because we're doing okay on altitude. Alright, it's gonna work. And that's how you do a parachute test. Oh no. Get away from me. Get away. And on our way down, maybe we do like a material study or something. I don't know. Maybe grab some of this stuff while we're up here. And I know that we have the temperature stuff, so that's most everything. Well, that was rough. We're gonna get something out of that mission, but that is a failure. Ooh. Okay, that was spooky. That could have killed us. I'm glad that we deviated a little bit away from it. Whoops. Whoops, my bad. Oh. Oh well, we're alive. Contract complete? Yeah, there you go. That's the contract out of the way, I suppose. That contract probably will not actually cover the cost of the mistake that we just made. But it'll probably be okay in the long run. We've got a lot of wiggle room money-wise, so... And hey, we got a little bit of science done with the material study. So that's not too bad. The rockets seem quiet, though. I'll have to look into that for next time. Why my rockets are so quiet. But hey, you know, 15 science from not leaving Kerbin's atmosphere is not terrible. We got a chunk of our money back. Do we think that we broke even on that? Where's this contract that we just did? I think we just did this one. We probably just about broke even on money, if you take the advance into account. Oh no, that's the wrong one. It was this one. Okay, we probably didn't quite break even, but it was close, and we got it out of the way. And that gave us a little bit of science and rep, so... shrug. Let's see. I want us to test the Weasley. I don't really have a good aviation department. Science data from the surface of the Mun. I'm going back to the Mun at some point. I've got to put a flag there, so... yeah, we'll do that. Okay. That's for next time, though. Like, that's probably a next time thing, is we're going to work on some of those contracts. I still want to go back to Minmus before... I don't know, it's getting a little late, though. Especially after that failure. How long have we been live? I mean, for about 3 hours. I could probably call it here and go get my stuff done. Yeah, I gotta go walk to the pharmacy after all. All right, we'll leave it on a little bit of a, I don't want to call it a sour note. I mean, we did get science out of it, and we did live. So I will leave it on a close defeat, or perhaps a Pyrrhic victory. Mission failed, we'll get him next time, right? So next time, for Kerbal Space Program, I mean, honestly, I'm having fun with it. We'll probably do this again next week. It may take over Variety Day for a little while. I don't mind that in the slightest. We'll probably do the Minmus contract, and maybe another Mun landing is maybe on the itinerary. We'll see how it goes. But for the time being, I should probably get out of here. I should probably get shuffling. So, take us on over to the ending soon screen. And, yeah. I mean, nice chilled stream today. I liked it. A big thank you to everybody that tuned in. You're the ones that make this so fun to be able to do. So, a big thank you. Also to our chatters today. Great talking to the both of ya. And a big thank you to the VOD watchers too. You deserve a big thank you. You're pretty cool. Okay. I'll be back next week with more XCOM. Hopefully, I will be successful at correcting my sleep schedule and we can actually be here on time. Vaguely. Possibly. We'll see. And yeah, that's about it. I'm just gonna go ahead and get out of here. So stay safe, have a nice night, folks, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.